Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming. We are here in Tropico 5. It is mission number 3. Mission We Will Endure. Survive numerous invasions. Yes, indeed. And because I believe that Cayo de Fortuna is a little bit more established and developed than Bao Bao, what I am going to do is choose to play on, of course, Cayo de Fortuna. And so, yeah, let's, Yep, and I'm choosing economic and political difficulty of medium and disasters on rare. So let's get started, shall we?
My fellow Tropicans, today a new enemy rises to threaten my way of life, my freedom, and my strategic banana reserves. Without provocation, Isla Rojo has declared war on our great nation. Now is not the time for fear, Tropico. We will face this threat head-on, and we will endure. We will defend our shores, and we will endure. Like our llamas, we shall spit in the eye of any enemy that treads our soil. We will endure. Viva Tropico!
Yes, indeed. And if you didn't hear it, you missed it the first time, yes, we will indeed endure. So, interesting. Haven't we already chosen this? Yeah, wealthy citizen vote. And religion state, secular state. Let's see, more research, less...
In the wake of the news that we have now reached a population of 100, I just want to say I am heartbroken that there are at least 2 people on the island who still haven't made their way to the Jolly Roger. You make me sad, you two. Don't you love me?
Oh, Lulu. Yes, indeed. So, as I was going to say, atheist state research is faster by 10%, less religious citizens appear in Tropico. It's possible. Increased liberty happiness. Do we want, religious buildings, lower crime in their vicinity. So there's 3 options here. You know what? I'm gonna go with the increased liberty happiness. Just because. And armed forces, my goal is to move up to professional army. And the only way to do that is to start off with militia, which is high school soldiers. It's the same thing here. But while you are trying to get the high schoolers, you'll get additional militia squads in battle, and once you have your education up and running, it's pumping out educated people, then you can switch over to professional army, and that's just the way I've played. Conscription, your soldiers aren't as effective, but I guess it could be said that no education for soldiers makes it a lot easier to have soldiers, and yeah, I'm just going to go with militia anyway. And this just boosts the demand for education, and yeah, so I'm going to. Alright, so we are here, and yes, of course. Alright, so we need to choose our research. And yep, we got all this, even if we didn't research at all, we got it anyway. And so what I want to do, I want to get to the compass, as it does allow the Tropican map to be revealed, and that'll be nice for spreading out and getting things going, but that requires 4 more technologies. Indeed, so yeah, that is the goal. And so what do I want? Electricity, constitution options, I'll hold off on that. Embassy, yeah, let's go with white flag. And I'm going to want to 4 of these to get to that. Steel mill, army base. Alright, so we're going to need one of these 2. Let's go electricity. And then delegation, yeah, table manners, tanks, and then the compass. And from there, bribes, shiny, yeah, these are all, and those are Cold War era. So what we have here is we have 12 total texts that we can research. And yeah, alright, so how about that? So we got those. We'll revisit once we get to that point. What do we got for edicts? So, alright, so we can do extra rations. I don't think we had done it. Did we? Actually, no, we did specify extra rations the last time we were here. Agricultural subsidies. Increases effectiveness of all plantations and hydroponic farms. Monthly upkeep of $600. Smear campaign. This is something I like to use, and it allows you to drop the popularity of the particular faction, and people leave it. You will take a hit to your likability, but you know, you're cutting the faction down a bit. And later on, I think it's in the modern era, you get that other one that allows you to boost an existing faction. So, alright, so we're just going to jump out there because of reasons. And while we're at it, oh bother, that's right. Alright, so cancel construction. Yes, I will get me my money back. Indeed. This will allow us to get up our factories up and running quickly, and yeah, some might call it a cheat, although given the fact that we had a decent amount of money rolling in when we left this island, all that money that I had put down or spent putting down the houses. Now, do I have anything else? Nope. That was my yeah. So that was my retirement plan, or not really retirement plan, but we do have 66,000, which means I don't know how many that was. That was what, 7 or 8 of them? Still, it's a pretty decent amount. Let's see, we have $66,000 to play with. Industry goods. We are going to want to have luxury goods. What do we have here? We got tobacco. We got cocoa. We got sugar, so we're definitely doing rum. We got cocoa. We got bananas. We got pineapple. And we got corn. And I'm going to do selective breeding. These are country houses. Plantation. For now, let's crank that up. And just check the other plantations. Yeah, let's crank that up. Tobacco. Yes, indeed. Alright, so we are going to, first of all, want to place down our rum factory. And usually I like to throw it along the coast, somewhere around here. Although, I'm thinking if this is, these are the sugar. So the trucks will come through here. And I want to have them be close to the docks, although they do have an upgrade which allows you to get a bonus to entertainment buildings. So we might want to have the Rum Distillery near some, entertainment. So this might actually be a good place here because we do have that. There's no one working here. Alright, let's just crank that up. And yeah, so pretty much most of the soldiers have gone to the most of our high school educated people have gone to work at the military jobs. So yeah, high school, yeah. So they decided they're not going to work here. That's no problem. So let's see, Rum Distillery. That could be interesting. Yeah, I'm going to throw it. Oh bother. Alright, that was weird. Yeah, I'm going to throw it here. That way the trucks will come through here, grab them, and then it'll dump out to the... And we have a tobacco plantation there. What I am going to do is put the tobacco farm here, or not the farm, Cigar Factory. Right here. How about that? No. You might want to put it here, although that will kind of get in the way. Could put it right here. No. What about right here? There's 2 spaces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to put it there. And then I can find something to slip in there. What else do we got? And those are definitely big, expensive things to build. $16,500, $12,000. That would have been most of our starting money. Fortunately, we kept some money back. And do I have cotton on this map? No, I don't. Because definitely when we go back to Bao Bao textile mill, that will definitely be good. We do not have any logging here, although we would probably toss it if we did. Produces cheese from milk. What is the cheese? Do we have a trade deal for cheese? No, we don't. So what is the value of cheese? Resource overview. And so if you can produce something, it will be shown here. This is where you can see the price per 1,000. Cocoa is 1,500. Pretty decent. Yes, indeed. Seems higher than it was. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, that's all right. 1,500. It is probably the best performing rare raw crop. And we are produced 4687. Producing a lot of corn, but of course it's cheap. And food consumed, just generic food. Alright, so we would need to... Alright, so we aren't going to produce any more of that. And we can build tenements, which the problem is housing quality drops over time. And with this, 12 houses, or no, provide space for 12 families, and it is in a 2x3 spot, which is the exact same space as for the country houses. If you put 3 country houses down, it's the same amount of families per tile as the tenement. So I really don't like the tenements for some reason. Well, just because it just doesn't seem worthwhile. The other apartments, they're like 10 families. And just kind of disappointing, these. They're supposed to be tall buildings, so they should have more people. But, you know, the balances and trade-offs. Anyway, we could put down a restaurant and provides entertainment for citizens and tourists in the vicinity, but we're not there yet. We can hold off. And ancient ruins. Do we have ancient ruins in here? No, we don't. I don't think so. We might, actually. Over here. Oh, yes, we do. Alright, so yeah. I remember playing this. I put some tourism over here. It was pretty decent. And yeah. So I'm going to jump in here. And we can build a... No, we need... yeah, Cold War. Police station, because we are going to need them eventually. Asylum. Guarantees minimum level of healthcare on the whole island. Removes the negative effect of the discredit citizen action. Interesting. But what I want to do, research and education. We want to get the high school up as soon as possible. And we do have the money for it. And this is partially why we ended up saving the money. I'm going to put it right about here. Do I? Alright, so I got houses here, I got houses here. This would be probably the best spot for them. So I'm going to put the high school right here. And then high school, college. 14,000? Oh yes. Let's get it on with higher education. And I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to send this road out that way. for reasons. Like that. I have no idea what good land is over there, so that might not have been a good idea. Unexplored area. I'm going to have to explore out. And yeah, modernize weaponry. I'm going to spend. Let's get things going. And upgrade these.
Our healthcare has become so bad that I now declare us finally free of the harmful influence of modern medicine. No more compulsory inoculations. No more tracking chips in our dental fillings. No more physician's oath.
Yes, Lulu.
Doctors from dating you. Who cares about healthcare anyway?
Alright, I'll put one in. How about right there? Is that good enough for you? Sure. Yeah, it's within range of the people. Oh! Oh! Interesting. I'm guessing we can, yeah, it's a good idea we had the money. Alright, so that's been upgraded, And, yeah, this place has been upgraded. Modernized weaponry. And, personal death squad. And then we are going to want to... where is it? General military drills. Yes, indeed. Extra rations. That doesn't matter for now. Let's also do right to arms. And so they have an attack rating of 50. Where's our guys? We got an attack rating of 100. Oh yes, we're gonna rock them. We're gonna rock them good. Come on, guys. I need to set this as a high priority. And yes, indeed, there are our militia units. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Are they...
Your right to rule has expired.
I hear a lot of complaining from people
Oh, yeah.
about the lack of priestly attention lately. I've been sinning left and right, and I haven't confessed my sins to a young, muscular friar in quite a while. I can feel my spiritual needs tearing me up from the inside. I cry for salvation. Young priests.
There we go. And now, set high priority. Those have been taken out. No problem. No problem indeed. Now, are we going to lose? Yes, we are. Alright, so let's rebuild. Of course, it won't come back until the battle's over. But at this point, yeah, the battle
Isla Rojo
is...
troops are attacking your newly independent country. This ridiculous conflict is undesirable. Put an end to it as soon as possible.
Yes, put an end to it as soon as possible. Of course, the conflict is undesirable. Alright, apparently the order enforced a temporary ceasefire. A temporarily ceasefire. Really? Okay. But your enemies from Isla Rojo... Your enemies from Isla Rojo will attack again in full force the moment this ceasefire ends. I would do what I can to delay them while you prepare your defenses. My new apprentice, Adriana Diaz, will assist you with this task. Prepare for the invasion. Time limit. Ceasefire will hold for 8 years. Isla Rojo...
As rarely as I take sides on various issues, I have to voice my
Seriously?
discontent with the last Rights to Arms amendment. If any cowboy waltzes into the Jolly Roger with any weapon more sophisticated than the common machete, I will personally tie them to the electric bull. Take this as a warning. Drinks and guns don't mix well.
You know, it's interesting. I've never heard that one before. Anyway, ceasefire will hold for 8 years. Isla Rojo will invade after it expires. Reward: win the mission. Well, that is the goal. We have 8 years to get things up and running. Of course, they are not going to be standing still. Yet we have successfully repelled the enemy invasion. So we have 96 months. And if I remember, actually I don't really remember anything about this. Yeah, I'm going to need some barracks. Fortunately, I was able to spend all my wonderful money I'd saved up for this eventuality. I got those upgraded anyway.
According to your newly appointed Chief of Staff, General Panultimo, there is no better way to improve the defenders' morale than sticking some flags in high places.
I am somewhat skeptical about the morale effect, but some new guard towers will surely prove useful against the invading force. Yes, indeed. Objective, have 5 guard towers, delay the invasion by 18 months. Well, guess what, Adriana? I have 6 guard towers. Oh no, I got 7. No, I got 8. Yeah, this one needs to be rebuilt. I got these 4 here and those there. So yes, that is no problem. So we get another 18 months to our ceasefire.
Viva Tropico! Viva el Presidente!
Yes.
To all you boys back on your boats on your way home. Oh, I'd hope we could get to know one another better. But your stay was so brief, and you were so preoccupied with getting your asses kicked.
Anyway.
We have a perfect business opportunity. We can make a huge profit off the misfortune of others. I love this stuff.
Really, you look creepy. Just that. Oh. Anyway. Yes, you like to profit off the misfortune of others. Well, here's the thing. Trade should be profitable to everyone, and, you know, yeah, anyway. Both the Allies and the Axis are in dire need of supplies. This means we can sell at a huge profit, and they can't say no. Well, they could if they want to. But, whether or not it'll be worth it to them. Anyway, export 5,000 sugar if you accept this task. The respective offer from the Allies will be cancelled. So, this would be exporting sugar plus 10 Axis relations. This one, okay, and so both the Allies and Axis, yeah, okay. Export 5,000 milk. If you accept this task, the respective offer from the Axis will be cancelled. So, basically, do we want to export milk or sugar? Well, we can actually... No, we can't do both. That's right. We don't have any cattle ranches. We do have sugar. We have lots of sugar. What are we pumping out here? Yep, 3,330 sugar. At this point, yeah, we don't even have any milk. We don't have any cattle ranches, and I don't think I want to build any cattle ranches. Just because they degrade after a while. So I think I'm going to go with the Axis. What is our relations at the moment? How do we find that? Politics. We are 55 and 55 allies and Axis. The Allies like secular state and wealthy citizens vote. They don't so much like militia constitution principle. The Axis likes secular state constitution principle. So they both like the secular state. The Allies kind of, the plus outweighs the negative, so yeah, about that. So what I am going to do is, I think I'm going to favor the Axis for now. We can play both sides, of course. Of course, our popular support is 46. That's rather disappointing because we had a popular support of what was it? Yeah, we had over 60%. Now we've dropped below 46. Anyway, military loyalties, 50% moderate. Interesting. Well, yeah, we're going to have to raise things up for them. And open jobs. Unemployed 15, open jobs 1. And yeah, the unemployed, we have a lot of illiterate, a fair bit of grade school, some high school, and of course, really, we have one open illiterate job, but of those 10 probably, 8 or 9. Anyway, homeless families 11. Non-labor force, yeah, okay, we can... What managers do we have here? Foreman, yeah. Let's just... Known rebels, 0. What is our faction standing? Politics, factions. Alright, so the militarists, we are in good standing with them. And it's because of new buildings, I think. And we are indifferent to the religious. They don't like militia, they don't like secular state. Well, yeah. Anyway, they do have 45 voters, and the militarists have 17. We do have, what is it, 197 people, so... yeah, I bet that. Anyway, communists don't really like us, poor standing, 36. The capitalists like us. Oh yes, they do. And so they only have 18 voters. So we might want to do a smear campaign against the communists. It'll drive down their faction standing, but, you know, it'll cut down the number of voters and just reduce their so financier, environmentalist, yeah. Alright. Anything else we want to take a look at? So crime safety is pretty high. Somehow it dropped there. Entertainment, could do better. Food, wow, really? Healthcare, yeah, so of course disappointing. Housing is fine. Job is fine. And liberty is fine. Religion, yeah, okay. Alright, so I am going to go with the Axis. Yeah, let's go with it. The Allies ain't gonna like us, and did that affect... No.
Now we have them right where we want them. Time for a little gouging. I really should see about getting myself a villainous laugh.
Well, so now we have them right where we want them. Gouging, how much would raise the price by? Increase the price of sugar by 20%? It's a possibility. 20%, or plus 20 capitalist relations, minus 10 Axis relations. So basically, we can lose the bonus that we got and just, you know, get an extra 20% on top. I wonder, this only applies for this. You know what? I'm only going to do increase the price by 10%. Yeah, we really don't need to boost the Axis relations. That is no problem. Anyway, what I want to do right now, we're going to need a barracks. And oh, we could fit it in there, but the only problem is, although we could, yeah, it's a rather tight fit, and yeah, that's doesn't work for me. We can put it here, can we? Can we? Oh, we can put it there. Although I might want to have... I really wish the camera controls were better. I could... Oh, right there. Yep, and I'm going to build a road right here. Because of reasons. Alright, do we have any more tasks? 113 months for the ceasefire, that's no problem. Well, let's crank up the Teamsters. Oh, wow. Really? Yeah, let's get them working hard. Working hard. There is a mod I'm thinking of implementing. It gets rid of all those building noises, which get painful, especially when you click on a whole bunch of the military buildings, like this sound. You just keep clicking on them, and you get this like multiplied sound, which is annoying. Let's up the priority of the high school, because we need to. And yeah. Let's crank the barracks up as well. I wonder, do we get invaded more than once, or is it just... Yeah, it's just a ceasefire. So it's just a matter of planning and preparation, getting our factories up and running. We're going to crank that up because we want as many people working in the Rum Distillery as possible. Oh yes, we want the Rum Distillery Dunder Still. Consumes 25% less raw resources. That is always good. And sugar input. Yes, it's started to produce. And yes, here, supply local market unlocked in the Cold War. And so basically, if we had, what is it? Yeah, effectiveness of taverns, restaurants, and nightclubs. So this tavern here, if we had some more some more of those, we could throw them in here and really maximize our revenue. Is this getting going? Alright, the high school, 75% complete. Anyone working there? Anyone working there? The Allies send me 41,000, or not 41,000, 4,143. 12 citizens arrived in Tropico. Yes, indeed. And, yep, both our docks are good. And how are we doing for research? White flag in 4 months. And where is tanks? Because we are going to need tanks. Yes, we are. Are we getting tanks? That doesn't really matter. We'll get it eventually. Alright, so at this point I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching this episode of Tropico 5. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and as always, have a great day.